Good day guys, welcome back to another playthrough of Diablo 3 Rise of the Necromancer, brought to you by Angel Grove Studio. My name is Jacob. In the previous recording, we actually got about 15 minutes of good gameplay before something totally went wrong with the recording software and we lost the rest of it. So we're going to continue, we're going to do a very quick recap before we continue. We played the Necromancer, we completed a few of the beginning quests in the campaign. We basically, towards the end of the last recording, we killed Hadric's wife, and he asked us to go out of town and find his apprentice, who was probably dead meat. We rescued Deckard Cain, we spoke about the Horadrim, we spoke about the Lords of the Burning Hells, we got a unique item called Lyric's Crown, and we got a better weapon. Also, we discussed the Necromancer skills, which include different stuff like Bone Spikes and Grimsep. The Bone Spike with a sudden impact can stun enemies and do 150% damage. It is what generates essence, which is like mana for us, very important to use our skills. We also use the Skeletal Mage instead of the Bone Spear, and the Skeletal Mage can be used by us to raise many mages who do 400% of physical damage, which is a great way to go. Bone Spear now has first rune, which is Blighted Marrow. Damage is increased by 15% for each enemy Bone Spear passes through, and Bone Spear's damage turns into poison, so that's something to consider for later. We also got Corpse Explosion, which basically blows up 5 corpses within 11 yards of us for 350% damage, and all the enemies within 20 yards of each of those corpses get that much damage added to them. So weapon damage so far is extremely important to the Necromancer. And as you can see, we have a phylactery which doesn't show up here quite so much. And we're gonna go out of town now, so let's hope nothing else goes wrong with the recordings. And now we got some music back in the recording as well. Rise of the Necromancer so far seems to be okay. The Skeletal Mages is certainly a very nice skill with this character. Corpse Explosion is a go-to for getting rid of large amounts of enemies. We are in fact playing a hard difficulty, which makes it very important that we deal a lot of damage as fast as possible, because hard difficulty is not a great way to go unless you got a good weapon. Now that we have a decent weapon, we're doing lots of damage. As you can see, Corpse Explosion really helps. All the Necromancer skills so far, up to level 7, are geared towards weapon damage. So that's what you want. You want a high degree of weapon damage in order to take advantage of the skills, maximize their output.
You will make a fine corpse.
Yeah, you can see that.
I understand so much more now.
Higher difficulty levels means that we level up faster, which is one of the reasons that I'm doing this. I'm playing at higher difficulty levels. We can max out our character as fast as possible. Essence is our lifeblood, guys. So eventually we're gonna get equips that allow us to maximize that essence. You can also use the corpses as bait in order to draw your enemies in and then make it explode. The golem, as we mentioned in the previous gameplay, the playthrough, is very good at collecting coins. You don't have to worry about collecting your gold anymore. Just draw them in as well and do that. Very cool stuff. As long as you keep your weapon damage up, it'll be very hard not to do a lot of damage with these guys.
This will be a challenge.
Come on, honey. There we go. Takes them out too. Corpse Explosion is your go-to skill, at least in the beginning, 100%. And also makes the game a lot of fun with the Necromancer's very long-range bone spike skill. Add in the stun and it's all fun. Look at how easily I'm disposing of these guys. It's like the sniper of Diablo, really. Just stay far away, kill everybody. Killing more than 6 objects gives you a speed bonus. Just keep killing stuff, exploding stuff. So you see, if you can do more than 6 items, the game gives you a bonus. And that basically tacks on to the existing bonus speed. That means it stacks, and that's like an amazing thing by itself. So far, I've actually not used my minions. Ever since upgrading my weapon, I've actually just stuck to using my main skills and making stuff explode, which is like way fun. Okay, we're supposed to go to Weeping Hollow, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna... just gonna cover up and explore as much as we can. I'm all about exploring. I like exploring stuff. Well, one thing I can assure you is that this guy is all about explosions.
I have trained well.
And we are now level 9. Okay, we're now commanding skeletons for some reason. And we have 7 skeletons. I don't know how these guys even came up, guys. Okay, we'll check out the skills later, but we now have a small skeleton army.
Night embraces you. Need essence.
Now, I really don't know how we got these skeletons, but we did. It's part of the passive skill.
Night embraces you.
Yeah, that's why Corpse Explosion is so good. I know I have said this ad nauseum right now, but that skill is incredible. Just so much damage. And in terms of handling lots of aggro, it really is pretty superior. I'm assuming the skeletons are doing weapon damage as well, so... These guys are crazy. Add a little bit of Corpse Explosion to go with it. Ah, Okay. Okay, now this class is turning out to be some serious fun, guys. The fun element's just gone up. Let's go. I would love to see how this works in a party though. Diablo in a party can be a very fast
This will be a challenge.
game.
Your death near. My essence is too low.
Well, we just handled a bunch of unique champion bosses very easily. But again, I mean, as we up the difficulty, we'll actually find out how hard these guys really are. I think at this point, if we can get one more weapon upgrade, we can actually go up to Master's level.
This world can abide you no longer.
Corpse explosion radius is pretty good.
I understand so much
Level
more
10,
now.
guys! Yahoo! I actually wish the golem would pick up the crafting material as well. They're waiting on us to pick it up. We got some passive skills as well. Okay, guys, I think we need to start checking out. Our
decay and rot.
passive skills. We need to check out our skill sets as well. There's quite a few things that's been added. We are leveling up pretty quick thanks to our skeletal minions. I'm being very thorough in my exploring. I'm being very thorough in my exploration of the maps just to make sure we don't overlook anything.
Decay and rot.
You have to be careful when activating corpse explosion, guys, because don't activate the wrong set, because you can end up causing a huge explosion when you don't want to. You want to save some of the corpses, especially if you're fighting legendary monsters. You want to guide them into the trap and then make it explode. That will be like way better. So we have to go there, but we found some sort of cellar. Oh, the dungeon. Den of the Fallen. Okay, this is our first dungeon for this playthrough. I'm just gonna go through and see how it works. Again, corpse explosion is really good at taking care of those mossed out enemies.
I was able to trace some carrion bats back to one of their nests. What I found shocked me. The nest itself is a living organism, a mature bat that has been mutated by the darkest of magics. I no longer doubt that demonic forces have corrupted these creatures.
That should be kind of obvious. Everything's demonically corrupted. Those 7 skeletons are doing a pretty damn good job, actually, of servicing our murderous needs. So, before we explore further, let's just take a look at what we got here. We got Bone Spikes and Grimset. Grimset now has its first mod, which is enemies below 20 personnel level, 5% chance to be decapitated and instantly killed. Seriously. That is really good. We still go with the Bone Spikes, of course. It's still a superior skill, but it's very good. Okay, Bone Spear has, of course, as we saw, the Blighted Marrow mod. Rune, which we're not going to take. We like Skeletal Mages. Corpse Explosion still doesn't have a mod, but we now have Corpse Lance. So Corpse Explosion does 350% weapon damage. Corpse Lance is target an enemy to summon projectiles from nearby corpses. that cause 1,750 weapon damage as physical to the target. Okay. I think this is more of a boss skill, really, anti-boss skill. You may want to use it when a lot of enemies around and you just bring the, you bring the enemy close to many corpses and you use it to destroy that enemy. It's just a it's a one enemy hit skill. Do I want to take this? Yeah, this is a single enemy skill, really. We're just gonna keep corpse explosion for now. We got command skeletons. Okay, so command skeletons is like an aura skill. It's got an active and passive effect. The active effect is command your skeleton minions to attack the target and increase their damage against it by 50%. Okay then. Raise skeletons from the ground every 2 seconds to a maximum of 7 skeletons. Skeleton minions deal 50% of weapon damage as physical per attack. That is interesting. We also have 2 passive skills. First of which is consuming corpse increases your movement speed by 3% for 5 seconds. The effect can stack up to 10 times, so we can move up to 30% movement speed for 50 seconds, which is not bad at all. Consuming the corpse is 20% chance to spawn a health globe. This is really good if you have Nephilim Glory because you can keep spawning. That's what we're going to take. You can keep fueling the Nephilim health globe, and it's also good to keep yourself healed all the time, so that's good. We now have a rune attached to only one skill, which is the bone spikes. I guess, let's go. The globes also heal the skeletons, which is very convenient. So we get skeletons automatically every 2 seconds. And if you press the skill button, they will attack a very specific target, like that. Let's try that again.
That is not possible.
Yeah, well, they actually do pretty decent damage anyway. Okay, attack this one, guys. There you go. So when I press the skill button, they become green, ethereal in color, and they jump to a specific target. That's the active effect. Otherwise, like an aura, they just raise, the Necromancer raises them automatically. Just gonna command them to attack the carrion back next. You see, they do a damn good job with it as well. We get 1.5 experience bonus because we massacred them. Awesome.
This creature will die.
Health globes spawning, and this is going to be really useful when we start getting at least one Nephilim Valor. We can keep the Valor going for a very long time, which will just boost our damage. So again, in a party, this guy is going to be really useful if these buffs stack for the party members. See the health globes dropping, which is incredible. Good. Very good. Okay. So we're just exploring this cave. lighting is a bit dark, isn't it? That's level 2. Before that we still have to explore one place. And we need to reach level 11 very soon. And I think it'll be time for us to increase the difficulty levels to gain more experience. Okay, right, we can go to level 2, guys. Let's do this. I really do wish the golem picked up the crafting materials as well. This is when you can use the corpse spike, which is just on the corpse lines to do massive damage to a boss, which is something we'll probably do after we set up, after we unlock our remaining skills. It will probably give a skill slot to that. That golem's pretty good at collecting shit. It really is. Alright guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend our Paragon points now. Increase essence by 50. We have the points for it. We can increase, we can actually max out one of these. I don't know, which one do you guys want to do? Movement speed, if we invest 50 points in movement speed, actually we're going to get 25%. Yeah, I think movement speed is important. Allows us to do really fast gameplay. Let's do that, let's max that out. And we'll also get essence, that's what we're gonna do. We'll accept that right there. Attack speed, cooldown reduction, critical hit chance, critical hit damage. Okay. So far, none of the Necromancer skills I have seen have any cooldown to speak of. Attack speed doesn't seem to be much of a problem so far, so I guess we'll probably go with critical. Yeah, max that out. It gives us 5%, Jesus. That's really not all that great, is it? Okay, let's just go to our character, take a look at what we have. So for a second, 1.33 critical hit chance is 5. I'm not really sure about this. Okay, does attack speed actually affect our skills? Okay, this is difficult, isn't it? Okay, so I guess what we'll do is we'll boost up critical hit chance. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. Just for now, we'll stick with that. We'll reset if we need to do anything different. But yeah, so we have a critical hit chance of 10%. It's not amazing, but hey, we'll go with it. Defense. Life, armor, resist all. No, we'll go with resist all right now, and then we'll also pump up the life a little bit. So what we have is a huge amount of resist. Reduces by 83.4%. Yeah, we'll go with that. Good usage. Area damage, resource, that cost reduction. Life per head, gold finds. Nah. Okay. Now, 10% resource reduction, which means that our 40 essence will actually come down to 36. That's not bad. You see, essence cost reduction is now 10%. So we only use like 36 essence instead of the 40 essence to summon a skeleton, which ultimately means we can use the skill even more to summon more skeletons, and more is always good. So we'll go with that. Let's go. The items are... we actually have quite a bit of stuff. We'll put that. Two-hand stuff, guys. Rare chest armor. Oh, finally we get some chest armor. That's good. So get a ring. So look at that. That's our necromancer right there, looking as sexy as ever. Looks good. Looks good. Awesome. We also have a lot of resists now, so we should take very little damage from even bosses. But again, we need to increase our weapon damage. It's just not good enough right now. We're actually moving pretty fast now thanks to our bonus. So I'm going to try and push up as much as we can because we can do some serious...
When King Leo returned to court, he brought many nobles with him, and nobles, oddly enough, want noble credit. So I showed up with my shovel, thinking to make easy profit by digging a few holes. Ha! There's no stopping their demands around here. Now, I eat, sleep, and breathe dirt.
Insight grows.
Dungeons! The minions are doing a pretty nice job, actually. We now have a new skill, guys, called Siphon Blood. And the Skeletal Mage now has a new rune called Skeletal Mage Gift of Death. So when the mages disappear, they leave corpses. Great for most corpse explosion, great for more health globes, great for Nephilim glory. Okay. What else is it different? Siphon Blood. 15 essence each time damage is dealt. Siphon the blood from a targeted enemy dealing 300 weapon damage as physical. Siphon Blood heals you for 2% of your total health every second while channeled. Okay, let's see how this works. Oh, wow. Well, the damage is certainly more. 150% for bone spikes, this is 300%. But what is really cool, and we're doing bonus damage 350 for some reason. No, that's corpse explosion, sorry. We're doing 300% damage, where we can actually use it to hit. Yeah, you can see me actually hitting to the corners of the map here, which is incredible. Alright, cool. Another corner of the map skill. I think it's not a mouse target skill though. That's gonna be one of the things that makes it unattractive. You can channel it, which is great, but I think I would rather have bone spikes because it does the massive AoE damage, which is something that I thoroughly prefer. But the one good thing about Siphon Blood is you can just press the mouse key. You can press the mouse cursor once, the mouse button, and keep holding it, and you can switch targets as well. You can see me doing right now. I'm holding the mouse button down and just moving my mouse, and I'm already draining them of their essence, which is great. So let's explode some corpses, guys. Health blows. But the question is, do I like Siphon Blood or do I...
This world can abide you no longer!
What do I like more? Siphon Blood or Bone Spikes? I think without the runes, the one thing I really like is Bone Spikes. With the runes, it could be Siphon Blood if the runes are pretty good going forward. So let's just see how that works out.
The night embraces you!
Those skeleton runes are pretty good, aren't they?
Death nears.
You're doing a lot of damage. I have to say that so far it seems a bit easier now with the Necromancer fielding a lot of minions. Gameplay is, I'd say the fun factor would be about 6 out of 10 so far. Corpse explosion makes things very good if you're slightly masochistic. It's very cool.
This world can abide you no longer!
also collect health globes, so that's another very good thing to remember. We do a lot of damage. Actually, we'll end up evaluating all the skills many times over to see which rune does the best damage, ultimately. That's what... The minions do handle aggro very well, I'll tell you that. When nobody is attacking me, while my minions are out there getting hammered,
your death nears.
And I'm sure against bosses the minions will be outmatched, so they better be. Also, Necromancer is going to become the most overpowered class in Diablo. Let's do this.
Alright guys, we're gonna go to the next level. We finished covering this place, so the Defiled Crypt level 1. We'll go to the level 2. Let's just take a look at our skills. Death Noah. So unleash a Noah that deals 350% weapon damage is poison to all enemies within 25 yards. I assume this is a Nova that spreads out from us, our position. Let's just take a look at that very quickly. Like that. Okay. Cool. Explosion now has enhanced radius to 25 yards of the explosion, which is like a big radius booster right there. Something that we can keep up with. Good, we can use that. Come on, skeletons. I actually want to replace one of these skills with mages, because they do a lot of damage when we need them to. All our skills are super important right now. Alright, we'll keep Death Noah, we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop the gameplay video over here. And in the next video, we'll pick up where we left off and go into level 2 of the Defiled Crypt. Thank you for joining me for this gameplay of Diablo 3. My name is GTX. God bless everybody. Peace.